This is a lesson on gradient, which is a little tricky, but you have a lot of options with it, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. So we're going to select this shape, and just like we did with pattern, there are a bunch of preset gradients for you. And so we're going to go under Window, Swatch Library, Gradients, and there's a whole bunch to choose from. All of these are going to bring out different presets, so let's get metals. Well, here are my presets, and if you click on any of them, they fill it with cool, different pre-made gradients for you. Now, the good news is that these are alterable. We'll get into that in a minute. But there's a major difference between a couple of them we need to know a little bit of vocabulary for. This is a linear gradient, and it's blending from color to color in a linear fashion, straight line kind of fashion. There's something called a radial gradient. Now it's blending between colors from a one point out in all directions. Okay, so kind of like the sun. That's a radial gradient. And this is a linear gradient. Okay, here's another linear one, another radial one. So those are just a little vocabulary on there. All right, so let's take that one right there. It looks kind of cool. And so ways we can alter that. Two different ways we can alter that. Over here in our palettes, we have the gradient palette. All right. Now this palette, it automatically matches up to whatever's selected here, so it has the same gradient pattern in there. Okay, well, if we slide these things around, disappear, slide them, it's live. Whatever you do in this little panel affects instantly your shape. So you can mess here, and there's a way you can do the angle. You can change it to a radial from here, okay, or right back to a linear, but you can make those changes here, and that's one way you can do that. Okay, and anyhow, so that's that. Now let me show you the way I like better with the gradient, and that is over in your toolbar you have your gradient tool. Well, once you click on that, now you can do the same things you can do in this palette, but you can do them visually, and I like this better. So you can change the position where it starts. So now it starts over here, it starts outside of the shape. If you hold your mouse over here in the right spot, you can get a little curvy guy. Well, now you can change the angle of your gradient, so it's going one direction or the other. If you click on this line, then you can do the same thing you did over here, but you're now doing it just in a more visual manner right on top of the shape itself. Okay, we can eliminate, well, here it's easier to see over here. We can take, let's say, this green, we can alter it and move it, but we can also eliminate it just by dropping it off of here. It's gone, it doesn't exist. Oh, I want another one. Let's say I want some funky pink in the middle of that. Well, if you just click, you add one, that's the selected one, and you can go in and make it pink. Kind of cool, huh? Go back over here and move it, and there's all sorts of stuff you can do with that, okay, and mess with those gradients, okay? Let's just for fun go get another set. So we're Window, Swatch Library, Gradients, and then there's just also fruits and vegetable kind of colors, or skin tones, or sky, stone and brick, vignettes. There's all sorts of cool things. I don't know. Here, let's see pastels. How about that? Okay, and now up here it added, there's metals, what we did before, there's pastels, and there's all sorts of real light, soft colors you can use. And anyhow, that is gradients. You can alter them in whatever shape is selected.